Manly and Balmain 0-0 at Brookvale on the Mitsubishi scoreboard.
Dunford a dummy half from that position, tries to go on his own, gives it back to Martin Bella. Now it goes across to White. White will have a look back for support. Tooby was there but couldn't get his pass away. He'll play it now to Tooby. Cross now to Cliffy Lyons. Races through. He's put the chip up. Michael O'Connor's onside too. Gets the bounce. A beautiful bounce. But he's pulled down 30 metres out from the Balmain goal line. Hasler from the dummy half position gives it back to Tooby in support. The little blonde fella goes forward. He steps away from another. He's going to go. He's going to go. He scores. He scores a great try. Tooby for the Eagles.
Manly in for a try after 16 minutes. And what a magnificent try. The Eagles are celebrating before a mammoth crowd here at Brookvale. That was a beautiful chip and chase by Manly's Michael O'Connor and Cliff Lyons. And then Tooby, he spun away from Elias. He got through the gap. He left Big Steve Roach for dead. And he careered away for a brilliant try. And the blonde-headed, stompy-wompy little surfer guy,
Michael O'Connor, comes in and he slams it straight over the black dot. You don't need reach today. You've got all the luck in the world.
No luck involved in that. Tooby the try. O'Connor the goal.
Into the arms of Gary Jack to the right-hand side.
That was a terrible kick.
Jumping Jimmy Jack. He's done a lot better in the past, hasn't he?
That was an awful kick.
McGarry from the back of the ruck. Don't get too despondent, son. You'll be all right. McGarry up the play it back to Elias. Gives it across to Siren. And again, the big man going forward. But another good tackle by Hosking brings him to ground. Elias from the back of the ruck. He gives it back to Roach. Roach turns it across now to Sirenin. Sirenin trying to get rid of the players. Oh, Hasler's ripped it out of his possession. Cliffy Lyons.
Oh, and it's on now between Sirenin and Lyons.
Yeah, it sure is. And I don't know who started it. All I could see, they were just ripping and tearing out there. But the touch judges in, they'll sort it out.
Well, I thought that was a fair pinch on Sirenin. I thought that the big fellow, and Sirenin wants to get into it. I thought that Sirenin had the ball stolen off him legitimately there. Cliff Lyons was the player that did it.
Yeah.
He stood in the tackle and he was hit hard, and he lost the ball.
They didn't let each other go after the ball went. That
No,
was the
I'm not
problem.
worried about what happened after the ball. The penalty was given before they started bluing.
Okay, well, Eddie Ward's got it in hand now. Lyons is having his say too.
I think that it was a legitimate pinch. He was still struggling, Sirenin.
Here it is now. You've got it on the replay so you can have a Bo Peep.
Yeah, it was in back play. They've missed it, but I thought it was a fair pinch. Anyway, the penalty's been given. Sirenin certainly doing his lolly on that occasion. The penalty to Balmain. The score, Manly 6, lead Balmain 2. 12 minutes out from half-time. Let's check the scores around the grounds. Tony Peters.
Newcastle 6, North Sydney 2.
Brian Surtees.
Cronulla 16, Gold Coast 4.
Mark Cashman.
Canberra 22, St George 0.
Rick Allen.
Eastern Suburbs 6, Illawarra 4.
Phil Tressida.
Canterbury 2, South Sydney 0.
Okay, Balmain raiding away now. 15 metres out from the Manly goal line.
Elias plays it to Edmed, across to Michael Neal, to McGarry. Good pass out to Parrish. Parrish is going to be held up by Cliff Lyons on the quarter line. Manly's into the ground, gets up to play the ball forward. Lyons was in an offside position, threw his hands out.
Yeah, but he played it sideways.
Okay, he still played it as far as the referee was concerned. It goes across now into the arms of Roach. Roach has a look back. Michael Neal's there, and Neal offloads to Brasher. Brasher charges the line, but again, strong tackling too stops him. He'll get up the player. Jones was the man. Elias gives it out. Oh, back it goes to Sirenin. Across to Gary Jack. Jack scores. Jack scores for the Balmain side after Sirenin started it with an overhead pass to Benny Elias.
Well, Balmain's been attacking very strongly at 6-all at Brookvale, and that Manly defence has finally cracked. But Balmain have had all possession here this afternoon. Big Steve Roach ran at the little man. He kept it alive to Michael Neal. It went to Brasher. Brasher kept it alive. How he got the pass away, I'll never know. He didn't get it away. Elias went to dummy half. Play continued up the blind side. Elias, a good pass to Sirenin. Sirenin kept it alive to Elias. Over the top to Gary Jack. He was hit by Hasler, but he got the ball down beautifully just before being forced over the sideline. So 6-all in a beauty at Brookvale Oval. Great play there by Balmain to come up with a try. It has taken them 30 minutes of almost all the possession in this football game to draw level with Manly by 6 points all. Gary Jack, the try scorer.
Yeah, good try. Balmain now having this kick via Timmy Brasher, 24 metres out, more or less on the sideline where Jumpin' Jimmy Jack scored that try. This is a great game of rugby league as Brasher comes in now. There she goes, height and distance looks okay. Oh, direction is sensational, and he's kicked the 2 points.
That's a great kick by Tim Brasher from the sideline. They've just announced the crowd at Brookvale. It's over 23,000. I think 23,200 and something, but definitely over 23,000. Great crowd at Brookvale, and they're seeing a marvellous game of football. 10-all, Balmain territorial in the second half, have Manly inside their own territory and in trouble.
Well, Cliffy
And
Lyons,
Elias is a genius at field goals.
Cliffy Lyons could be back any second now. I think he's 5's up close to it anyway.
Another
but
couple, Greg.
O'Donnell gives it across now to Shelford. Shelford trying to go forward. He flicks it out the back door. Tooby, how he caught that. That little fella's got me beat. Beautiful take under difficult circumstances. He plays it to O'Donnell across now to Martin Bella, and the experience coming through now with some of these Manly players. Knowing they're one man down, one tackle left to go to the Eagles. O'Donnell's a dummy half, and they get the heck out of there again via Stokes' boot. Another good-looking kick downfield. It's going to be, it's a B-grade bounce for him. Goes infield. Jack picks it up. The chaser's down there. Hasler, White first man too, and that's a good tackle on Gary Jack just outside the Tigers quarter line.
It's a game of chess now, both sides looking to get inside the opposition territory and play there, and then maybe hammer away for that 1 point. And as I said, Balmain's Elias is a genius in that regard. Roach now gets the ball away to Michael Neal, on to McFarlane, who's worked hard.
Yes, and he's got a man outside. He holds it up long enough for him too. Maguire makes a bust like a winger down the far side, still going through the gap. Oh, look at him go, look at him go. Back to James Green, who can go, and he has put the darn football down. Hancock picks it up. He's confronted by Neal and knocked to the ground 30 metres out from the Manly goal line.
Gee, that could have and probably should have been a Balmain try there. Good work by Bruce Maguire, but a great tackle by Cunningham on James Grant. Saved the situation for Manly.
Manly in possession of the balls.
Lyons is back.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that far away. Oh, Desi Hasler steps away from one. He gives it back to Cliff Lyons again. He's had a little cup of tea and a bun in the shed. Back to Michael O'Connor. He juggles the ball. Goes back, tries to look for some avenue to go down. He steps away from Brasher. He gives it out now to David Lydiard. Lydiard takes off and he steps 1 or 2. He steps 3 or 4. He's got Cliffy Lyons on the inside. And Lyons is going to score. He's going to score. He's going to score, all right.
What a beautiful try by Manly.
Salute.
Under the Trade-Miller post and Cliffy Lyons in the sin bin, but great work by David Lydiard. Lydiard unwanted by several clubs, and he has paved the way for Cliff Lyons to score. Lyons got the ball out wide to Des Hasler, and then he got it to Michael O'Connor. O'Connor ran across the field after Lyons handled it again, and then it was left to Lydiard to step his way through the Balmain defence beautifully. It was O'Connor searching, and finally getting outside, and Lydiard, beautiful, in and away. He got inside the Balmain winger, Steve O'Brien, left them for dead, came to Gary Jack, gave it to Cliffy Lyons, and Lyons raced away for a magnificent rugby league try that have the Eagles in front by 14-10. 3 tries to 1 at Brookvale, and the Eagles are on fire. 14-10. What a magnificent try by Lyons.
Okay, the kick to be taken now by Michael O'Connor, and he was decked too after he let the ball go.
The villain 1 minute, the hero the next for Cliffy Lyons, and 14-10 to Manly, 14 minutes left for play.
Well,
Michael O'Connor couldn't miss this one.
2 misses, 2 on the man in possession of the ball, David Lydiard.
Great work by Lydiard.
Great work, good
Has
step.
he come back or what?
Has he what? Aren't you glad he's over here?
Mate, don't worry about it.
Michael O'Connor. 9 metres out, smack dab in front. He's going to put this right up into the Premier's box. Manly's into the ground. There she goes. There goes the 2. And look at the crowd. Then that's a Rudy.
Manly going for their 7th victory in succession. 18-10 leaders over Balmain at Brookvale Oval. 3 tries to 1 in this game.
Benny Elias getting it underway straight down the throat of Stokes. He comes out from the 10-metre line where he took that ball. McCann's there to eventually pull him down just outside of his own quarter line. O'Donnell at dummy half. He sends it across now to Shelford. Shelford, a big, strong man, tries to fend off 1 or 2, but he's stopped by Pearce. He plays it to O'Donnell, gives it out once again to Chris White. He's had a good game too. Now he finds himself flat on his face, 35 out from his own goal line, underneath Maguire. He plays it to O'Donnell, across to Cliff Lyons. It goes now to Hasler. Hasler nearly through the gap. He looks back for support. Tooby following him too on the inside, but he couldn't slip it away, little Desi. He plays it to Hancock. He offloads out now to Martin Bella. Bella holds one up for Shelford. Shelford decides again to have a run. Tucks the ball under that big right arm, and he's eventually knocked down with one tackle left to go. A metre over the halfway line. David O'Donnell across the Cliffy lines. Turns a beauty inside to Lydiard. He gives it out to Turvey. Turvey tries to go through the gap to Hancock. Back to Lydiard again. He deserves a try. He gives it back to Turvey. Oh, that's a dart. That is the Grace Brothers try of the round.
That's almost a try of the year. A magnificent try by Turvey. He's second in the game, and they're dancing in the streets at Brookvale. The Eagles are home, and they've given it to Balmain, 22-10. What a great try. It was Lydiard running inside off Cliff lines. Lydiard got it then to Turvey. Turvey gave it to Hancock. Back inside to Lydiard again. What a great game he's had. And he's given it to little Jeff Turvey, and Turvey's gone in with Des Hasler on his hammer. That was touch and go. A magnificent try by Manly. The Grace Brothers try of the round. A brilliant bit of football. And David Lydiard, what a resurgence of form from this fellow. Back from the rugby league scrap heap and resurrected at Manly by Graham Lowe, and is certainly having a magnificent game. 2 tries to Jeff Turvey. Manly 22-10.
O'Connor now from the touchline. He's got it high, he's got it long, but he's got no direction that time.
Okay, 3 out of 7 for Michael O'Connor.